Hey guys, I'm Brittini Ray and you're watching Savannah Now Live. I am here with Miss Rebekah Lingenfelser. Hey! And this is our very own Food Network star. So excited. So Rebekah, thank you for having us today.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited that you guys have given me this platform. Thank you so much.
And today we're talking about my favorite thing, food.
Yes, mine too.
All foods. So, tell me a little about what we're doing here today.
Yes, absolutely. Well, hey y'all, I'm Rebekah, as she said, and I'm so excited to welcome you to my kitchen here in Savannah. I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite summer recipes, which is a spicy pimento cheese, and I'm going to give y'all some great applications for that. And I'm going to be telling you all about Food Network Star and my journey to the show and what you can expect to see on the first episode.
Awesome. And so now I do know that you have a little tie to Savannah. I know you went to Savannah Tech, and then you also are Jefferson grad as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm a true blue, diehard Eagle at heart. Graduated from Georgia Southern with my degree in public relations, and then went on to Savannah Technical College, Culinary Institute of Savannah, and trained under Chef Jean Vendeville, who is a master chef here, and it was a great learning experience, and learned so much about French culinary techniques and things that I could have never learned from my stack of cookbooks here. So we'll get started as we're talking, if that's cool with y'all.
Yeah.
So, y'all, I'm going to make spicy pimento cheese, and I'm going to pull this away from the wall a little bit. The first thing that goes in this pimento cheese recipe is the cheeses. So we're going to start by creaming those together. And what I've got here is some shredded pepper jack and sharp cheddar. So I'll just start by putting that in my bowl. And what I do is just take an 8-ounce block and half of that for each cheese. So keep it real simple, and I just shredded it this morning in my food processor. So that's ready to go. And then I've also got cream cheese that's been softened. I'm not going to use all of it because it only needs about 3/4 of a block. So I'm going to pop that in there, and we'll just cream this together. And I'm going to chop up some vegetables over here. Let me show you what ingredients we've got. I've already diced up some sweet onion, and I have some garlic that has been minced. And right now I'm going to chop up this jalapeno. Can I tell y'all something about this jalapeno though? This is a very special jalapeno because I grew it myself. I have a vegetable and herb garden in my backyard, and this is the very first jalapeno that I have ever harvested. So I was saving it for just the right time, and now is that time. So I'm going to wipe this blade off because it is rather messy after cutting that cream cheese. So yeah, alright, that's all blended. So as I chop this, I would love to tell y'all that I'm a local food writer, and I blog at somekindofgood.com, and it's a southern coastal food blog where I share local recipes and seasonal recipes. That's really my style of cooking. So y'all check it out at Some Kind of Good, and you can certainly like Some Kind of Good on Facebook. You just search by spelling out Some Kind of Good, and that is kinda, not kind of, so it's Kinda.
We're in the South.
I always like to specify that. So I'm removing the seeds and the veins, most of them anyway, from this jalapeno pepper, because that's where a majority of the heat is. So it'll be mildly spicy, not too much.
And Rebekah, we are in the South, so what is your favorite dish to prepare?
Oh my gosh, that question is so hard for me to answer. It's like asking me what my favorite song is, because I love to sing and I love music, and there's just so many amazing songs out there, just like recipes and food. So I tend to lean toward southern coastal recipes. We're here in Savannah, and I love to cook locally, and so I make a lot of dishes with wild Georgia shrimp and fresh fish, and those kinds of things. So if I had to choose, I would probably say like a wild Georgia shrimp and grits, or maybe like a wild Georgia shrimp and corn chowder, all those kinds of things. Fresh fish, I love it. You can never go wrong with those things.
That is so true.
So now I'm just popping all of these fresh vegetables into this pimento cheese, and really, y'all, that is all there is to it. I'm going to mix all this together, and then I'm going to add my seasonings. And what I like to do is just add in here some salt and pepper, of course, just a pinch of pepper, and a little bit of salt. The salt is helping all of those flavors to blend and pop. And my favorite ingredient is Old Bay. I use this spice in just about everything. And I put about a teaspoon or two in there, just however you like it. But it really gives it a nice texture. So as you can see, this has come together. Oh yeah, some kind of good is what that's looking. I'm gonna scrape my bowl down here. I'm from Augusta, Georgia originally, and my husband is born and raised here in Savannah. He's a Benedictine cadet, class of 1998. So we love going to the football games over there, and we just love being near the beach on Tybee Island, as many of you do, I'm sure. So y'all, you can do so many things with spicy pimento cheese, and one of my favorite ways to use this recipe is in my fried green tomato BLT sliders with this spicy pimento cheese. It's crunchy, it's creamy, it's awesome. So come over here and let me show you what I've got going on. This morning I've already fried up some fried green tomatoes, and I'm going to show y'all exactly how I dredged those. But first I want to pop my toasted, my buns into my broiler so we can get them toasted. And I'm just coating these with a little bit of Georgia olive oil. I cook with local ingredients as much as possible, not only to support the local farming community, but also because when food is seasonal, it's going to be at its peak, and that's when it's going to taste the very best. So I'm going to put my timer on because we do not want to burn those, and the broiler can get away from you if you don't time it right. So here's my fried green tomatoes. Y'all, the secret to crispy, crunchy fried green tomatoes is letting them drain for about 30 minutes with salt on them before you dredge them. So don't just cut up your tomatoes and start dredging them. Let them sit with salt on them because that salt extracts all the moisture, and then you get a nice crunchy tomato. So let's talk about this dredge here for a second. I have some all-purpose flour in this first batch here, and it's been seasoned with salt and pepper and a little bit of Old Bay, of course. And then I have just an egg wash. That's egg and a little bit of water. And then here I have crunchy panko breadcrumbs, which really gives it that nice exterior, crunchy, crispy flavor that we're looking for. And I've also seasoned every single station here with salt, pepper, and Old Bay. So I'm not going to fry them because I've already got a couple that have been fried up. So let me just wipe my hands off here, and we will assemble our sliders. Just a few more seconds on the timer there for those sliders.
So you mentioned that you get local products. Where do you recommend checking out, finding those? You know, any recommendations for stores?
Yes, that is actually a great question. I love the farmers markets here in Savannah. I go to the Forsyth Farmers Market downtown. You can find me there almost every Saturday morning. Y'all, let me tell you, I picked up this arugula from the farmers market on Saturday morning. Listen here. If you're not familiar with arugula, it is the most pungent, peppery bite you have ever had. I mean, you can hear the crunch. I mean, it is so flavorful, and there is no comparison to the peppery arugula that you can get at the farmer's market versus going to the grocery store and getting that prepackaged stuff from hundreds of thousands of miles away. It's been sitting in a refrigerator somewhere. This is where it's at. It's local, and it's some kind of good. There's our buns. So let's pull those out. Woo! See what I mean? Nice and crispy. Toasted, that golden brown color is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm going to use my spatula so I don't burn myself. Let's put some of these sliders together. Doesn't this look good, y'all?
Absolutely.
We'll have to let you taste one. All right, you have to give me your honest opinion here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and build it out. Come on in here and give them a close-up. I've got my bacon over here that I cooked this morning. It's already crispy. And I've got that peppery arugula that we talked about. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is put down some of this arugula. It doesn't take much. Right down on the top. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so flavorful. And y'all, this is a great little appetizer that you can serve at summer parties. That you can serve, Memorial Day is right behind us, and folks are getting ready to have patio parties and, summer get-togethers. And this recipe is perfect for that. I'm telling you, it is easy to make, and it's southern and some kind of good. All right, let's move over here, and we're going to put that spicy pimento cheese that we just made on to these sliders, and it's going to be to die for. Okay, here we go. So you see the jalapeno in there. If you're just tuning in, we've got jalapeno, garlic, some creamy cream cheese, some pepper jack cheese, and I like to use pepper jack and sharp cheddar. You can use any combination of cheeses that you like. Y'all, look at that sandwich. That slider, rather. Okay, chopping it off. Oh, that's two end pieces. Let's get the right lids on here, y'all. There we go. Oh, man. Look at that. Some kind of good. Does that look cute or what?
Oh my gosh, and that was so quick and so easy.
Right.
Most people don't realize how fast you can make something so amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, really it's just a matter of tasting just fixing the fried green tomatoes and then whipping up that spicy pimento cheese. I'm going to go in for a bite. You want to taste this?
Absolutely.
Grab at it, girl. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yes, Lord, amen.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Oh, man.
It's my first fried green tomato ever. So.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Where are you from?
I'm from up north, so I've never had a fried green tomato until today.
Listen, y'all. That is what I love about sharing Southern food with folks that are not from the South, because it just introduces you to, our culture, and I love it. Food is such a great topic to introduce you to any culture, so I hope you liked it.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, what can we expect on the first episode?
Oh my gosh, yes, we haven't even talked about that, have we? Food Network Star premieres on Sunday, June the 10th at 9 p.m., so it's just like 2 weeks away. And the first episode kicks off at Orlando, Florida at Universal Volcano Bay. If you've ever been to that resort, it's pretty amazing. You can expect 10 culinary hopefuls, me as one of those, competing for the chance to join the Food Network family, which has been a dream of mine for such a long time. I got to meet some incredible people on the show. Bobby Flay and Gianna De Laurentiis return to judge and mentor all of the contestants. And we're going to be faced with some really intense cooking challenges and camera challenges. So there'll be kind of a combination of those on the first episode. So you'll see us trying to present to camera like I'm doing today. And then also there's always a cooking portion, because to be the next Food Network star, you have to do both of those very well.
Awesome. And what got you started in cooking?
Yeah, so I grew up in a family who loves to cook and entertain. My mother is a great cook. My grandma is a great cook. And so I was always around good food. And then when I graduated from college and got out on my own, I really started cooking, on my own. And I'm a firm believer that you have to listen to your life. And in all of my spare time, I would always be reading cookbooks and reading food magazines and watching food TV. And so after a while, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to be doing something in food. And so I just started blogging. I started my food blog in 2011. I started doing some restaurant reviews. And, I'm also the food columnist for the Statesboro Herald. So I've been celebrated 5 years as the food columnist with the Herald this past May. And, everything that I have done has been intentional. It's been a stepping stone. I competed on ABC's The Taste in 2014.
Amazing.
And got to cook for Anthony Bourdain and Nigella Lawson. So that kind of got my feet wet and prepared me for this amazing dream that has come true, to be on the Food Network, competing to join that family. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us. And you guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to go finish my sandwich because it was really good. So you guys can check us out next time, and definitely check out all of Rebekah's information in the link below and on savannahnow.com. And we'll catch you next time.
Thank y'all. Visit RebekahLingenfelser.com and get this recipe by liking the Some Kind of Good Facebook page.